Hello folks, it's JDporkchop and welcome to another episode of Surviving Space Engineers. In the last episode I threw all my stuff away, and the reason was, I'm sure many eagle-eyed people saw that the wrong button. Connector, yeah, it should be here. Oh, the sorter, that was it. Gravel was set to blacklist and not whitelist, so make sure you set your things up properly before you turn them on, or you will do silly things. I've turned this off because it's dropping the gravel in like tiny little bits, and I'm just worried about like this creating issues. So I'm just going to turn it on periodically when it needs it. Other little changes, I've added a battery because we had some power issues, so now when all this stuff isn't running, it's gathering up the spare energy. I moved this a little bit because things were getting clogged up, and I have been mining. I still haven't really taken much of the iron out, just digging away, and I thought I would just show you the beauty of this system. Now normally, if I empty it out up at the top, why am I pointing at the screen? I'll tell you. If I empty it up the top, I will get things sort of clogging up a bit. Whoa! But so I roll down the hill a little bit and empty it out here, and there we go. And it just works. It's fantastic. So, with all the wonderful resources that we have been gathering, time to move on to building a proper functioning, this is just a half-built piece of rubbish thing on the side of the hill. So today, I have been building lots of resources to make sure everything that we need is, and I'll even put some more on. So I mean, tons of stuff. Just make sure that everything is ready to hand. Today, building a permanent structure, something that looks pretty. So the idea, the thing I've decided on is I want to come out of the cliff here and have sort of like a stairway coming down to a platform here, and then it going out into the lake, and then it goes in sort of a T shape, and one side will be where the where our flying miners and things can hook up and drop off their stuff, whether it's ice, whether it's minerals, and on the other side will be where we store all the finished product, and in the middle will be sort of the assemblers, and there'll be another landing pad on the other side, which is where our welders and grinding bots can land and stuff like that. And I think that'll look really smart. Well, I'm hoping. I'm going to try my best to make this look pretty. I mean, I very rarely even paint stuff. I just go with it. Until I get up into space, I normally just don't bother, because I'm never really down here. I normally just rush straight to getting into space and then go build like a big battle carrier or something, which we will do, but I'm going to try and stay on the planet a bit longer. Just, well, I think it's sort of, we're going to have to. There is gravel everywhere. So, without any, I want to sort of, let's get cracking on, because we do have to try and get as much of this done as possible. So, the stairwell is going to sort of come down this way. Let's, that first block is the important one, because it dictates everything. So I sort of want that to be the way we're facing. So yeah, this is actually perfect. So sort of go with here. Just make a decision, JD. Come on. There we go. Right. So now I am going to just set down the sort of outline of what we are going to build, and then once we've done that, the next thing is I am not going to weld this all up by hand. It would take forever and it would make me cry. We are going to build a happy little robot that's going to do it for us. Right, so that will do. And then let's go out just 3 more. And then from there, start our sort of T-shape. Now, I'm probably going to do, what I'll do is sort of do one side first, and then once we have one side, I'll kind of know how big it needs to be. And we'll kind of, we'll sort of mirror image it on the other side. And this is gonna probably take us a couple of episodes, but a lot of the welding and stuff I'm obviously just gonna cut out. Right, so let's just sort of have a little look around, and right, I like that. It feels very much like a sort of pier or a, I don't know, but it gets us nice and close to the ice. Hopefully it'll kind of look cool. You know, in future, we could maybe even build some of the base into this cliff and maybe have like a hangar, or even cooler would be like some doors on the top here where that green patch is, like retracting doors and things that could just like go straight down into it. I think that would be really cool for like our exiting space, going to spaceship. So yeah, that lines up perfectly with that green patch, so that really is actually something I'm going to keep in my mind for future episodes. So let's sort of just we're getting a rough outline of what we want done. Now, how wide is this first section going to be? So this section here is going to be medroom. Wonder, I could probably build like a little garage or a buggy or something down here on the bottom, and then have a stair going up as well. I like that idea. So we need to maybe have a little lift. Never built a lift before, so that could be a fun little project. Guessing it's not particularly difficult. I'm gonna regret saying that, aren't I? I always say these things and then it all goes horribly wrong. Like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'll just inject the gravel out of my refinery. It's no problem, it's like the easiest thing in the world. And then all my iron and stuff is just rolling down the hillside. They're like, well done, JD. You nailed that one. Right. I don't want to do too much of this on camera. Well, I suppose. Doesn't really. I don't know. As I've said before, yeah, I only have a few subscribers. Actually, saying that, one thing I really should mention is I have new subscribers. I have a lot of new people have joined up since I started making this, which is really exciting. So welcome if you are new. I hope you are enjoying watching me ramble while playing this. And also with that, I'm really going to try and sort of up the videos. I was doing like one every other day. I may try, well no, I definitely will try to get one every day this week. So I've just posted Mondays. It is, right now it's Monday afternoon, and I am hopefully going to be able to record today. So this is Tuesday's episode, and I'll hopefully maybe get Wednesday's done as well today, and that gives me a little bit of a head start. Right, this is going to be a huge amount of iron that we're going to need for all this, but it should be fine. What do you think? Right, those are 25. Well, obviously I placed one, so it's 24 for each block. We've got 5 rows of what, maybe 15? So Yeah, I think that's maths I can't even do in my head because I suck maths. I suck maths? I suck at maths. And English as well, apparently. So, how wide? This has to have... There has to be a sort of central passage or a side passageway. I think two more wide, and I'm going to do it on this side. I think is what we're going to look at. And that should be plenty. I'm not going to leave it just floating in air like that. There's going to be some feet that are going to go down onto the ice, and I definitely like the idea of building like a little buggy hangar underneath for all of our little, you know, going out and exploring buggies, and definitely going to build some stuff under there. Okay. So one more, and then so it's going to be like stairs are going to go here. I might dig that into the cliff a bit just so I can, so it looks better. Sorry, I know like this is going to be, you know, 15 minutes of me just placing blocks, but I kind of want to get the way that I have laid this out on screen. I'm obviously not going to weld all this. It's going to take like an hour just to weld all these blocks, let alone the rest of it. I'm probably not going to do it all at once. I'll do some now, leave some unbuilt. We are going to need way... I think I've grossly underestimated how much iron plates we're going to need. Talking thousands and thousands. And this is the thing, right? Every time I play this game, I always look at my cargo box and go, oh my god, I've got so much iron, look how much iron I have. And then you come and build a project like this, and you run out in like 10 minutes. You think, oh, I've got enough iron to last me forever. And 10 minutes, just all gone. This is going to be thousands of plates. But it's going to be a big base. It's going to be a big, you know, this is going to be home. This is going to be the big thing. Think that move now. That sort of sets out the right. So let's. Oh no. Oh.
Fuel critical.
Okay. So, wow, that's quite imposing. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is now lay out the rest of it. Go and probably mine a lot more, just so that I know I've got enough stuff, and get come back once I have the sort of outline of what we're going for done. And then after that we're going to build our drone. So I will be back very soon. So, you remember when I said, yeah, no, we're not going to have to do any more mining for a while? Yeah, that was a lie. That was a total lie. I very quickly ran out of, well, sort of realised how much iron I was going to need and would run out of quickly. So I have mined until the battery ran out. And a little tip, if you haven't got a way of recharging, which I don't yet, we're working on it, just grind down the battery, put a new battery in. You won't get the power cells back, but you'll get everything else back. And 20 power cells at this point, when we have so much resources, who cares? Anyway, I built a little platform, and the same trick, stick down a landing gear, and we are now going to work on one of our drones. We're going to have two. I need to get some of those. Yeah, we're going to have two drones. One with the welder facing down the way, and one with it facing forward. And the reason for this is I'm not going to be able to have enough thrusters to tilt it and still be able to hold it in the air. And so being able to sort of do a big platform like that is going to be difficult. So, right, let me think. What do I need? I'm probably going to need that. So, yeah, that's why. Display. So we're going to have a large container, cargo container, in the middle here. Battery on the back. Power cells there, and I have lots of stuff now, so we should be good for resources for quite some time. Mine's so long the sun's gone down, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, but here. Right. Welder on the front. There we go. And then we will talk about docking. Now, let's get that out of here and get a connector. Now, one thing I want this to be able to do is for me to press a button and for it to Spider-Man kiss for it to dock automatically. So with the connector where it is on the bottom, steel plates, there we go. With the with the connector on the bottom, we need our remote control to be directly above it. So get a little thing here and back in. Remote control should be where the cockpits are. There we go. And we need to make sure it's facing forward. So if you see that little white square, that's the front. So we need to make sure it's upside down. There we go. That is facing forward. And perfect. And it just means that when we send it to dock, it will be able to line up with this little docking area that I've stuck on the top. Right, so the only real thing we need to stick on this now is gyros. So I have gyro there. We're going to need a aerial, which I will put here. Now, what else? Obviously, thrusters, but we'll stick those on last. I'm gonna just sort of build this little bit out here and start sticking thrusters on. Then the last thing we're going to need is more iron plates. Last thing we're going to need on it is a little camera. There we go. A large pipe and radio components. I upgraded my. Did I mention that already? I can't remember. I upgraded all my tools to the next level, and as soon as we've got a refinery going, I'll get the next tier up as well. They are definitely noticeably quicker. There we go. So, gyro done. That's done. I'm going to stick a single block there. And a camera. Let's just make sure it's the right way up. There we go. Perfect. Now, let me think. Is there anything else? I might maybe want to put a little light on it as well, just so that to help us see where we're. Well, actually, in all honesty, this thing makes so much light when it's sparking, it doesn't really matter. But I can always have one after. Right, next, thrusters. Right, I already have thrusters here. So let's do directional ones first. Now, normally, I would have a little, what are they called? Reactor hanging off each side. This is a design I use every time I play this game, or MES. nothing groundbreaking. I think this is pretty much a standard design for little welding robots. Now, one last little thing. Oops, that's not in place. One last little thing is we need downward thrusters, and you think, oh, but you know, gravity, you just float down. Yes, but the autopilot doesn't like it if you don't have them going in all 6 directions. It gets a bit upset. So just to keep the autopilot nice and happy, we're also going to stick... Where are we going to stick these? Which you might take that. Whoa, wrong button. Just stick one here and then pop it on the other side. Yeah, that'll be fine. Now I might go and... Well, no, we'll just try and get this done as fast as possible. Just conscious, once again, always conscious of the time, always conscious of trying to keep it reasonably entertaining. Especially since we're now getting into the, these big builds, or well, this isn't a big build, but the thing that we're going to be working on will be. Right. I could spend 4. Where have all my construct? There they are. I could spend 4 bloody alerts. 4 episodes building that thing and put all 4 on, and it could maybe be a little bit boring, but so I've got to try and balance that and think, right, where am I gonna put stuff? Yeah, where am I gonna cut stuff even? Sorry, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time, and as usual, making a mess of it. Right, we need large pipes, so definitely have some. I built tons of everything so that we didn't have to sit around. There's nothing worse than going to get something. I think we need metal grids is the only thing we need now. Going and looking for something and not being able to find it is a pain. What is it now? Motors. Right, don't need that, probably don't need that. More motors. Okay. Really want to try and at least get this up in the air before we finish. I'm not sure how likely that's going to be. But we'll always just do it next time. There we go. Okay. So that's that side done. This side. Metal grates. Metal grates. That's that one. And then up there, steel tubes and metal grates. So, that. Go. And hey presto, that's all the downward. I'm probably going to stick a couple more on, because I don't think 3 downward facing is going to be enough motors, but you get the idea. Now, just so that I can definitely fit it in, I'm going to cut here, I'm going to finish it off, we're going to come back when it's ready to go, and we'll weld a little bit up, and then that'll be us for this episode. Okay, all welded up, and I have cut away the strut, so it's now floating on its own accord. Now, I need to get it docked quick, because the battery will run out very fast. So, Shift K, and we go into our terminal. We are going to take the small grid, take control, and oh, that probably wasn't the best way to do it, actually. Okay, so I can actually see what I'm doing. I could use the camera and stuff, but I haven't set that up yet. I get it docked first. I'm going to do the settings down a bit. I'm very conscious that we're at about 25 minutes, so this is going to be... Whoa, it's very... See, I can't judge the depth. There we go. Yeah, this is going to be very quick. We're going to just try and get this done. Don't like running. Whoa, whoa. And then, right, we go in here and we need to set up our connector. Switch lock. There we go, locked. Perfect. So it's going to be charging. Yeah, look how quickly it used. I don't know if this is going to work without the reactors sticking to the side. We will try it, and worst comes to worst, maybe stick another battery on. If not, I need to come up with a new idea, or we have to try and get up into space quicker. You know, grab a bit of uranium and come back down. But yeah, we'll see. So anyway, let's get this set up, this done. So we want to let's have a look. Static grid. We want to go into terminal. We want to go into info. And we will call this Welder 1. And I've got cap locks on, which, you know. Right, Welder 1. We are going to go into the control panel. And first things first, remote control. We want to set a camera for it. We did all this stuff before, but I'm just going to go over it again. And the waypoint system we're going to do in the next episode. Which is how we're going to set our like auto docking up. So what else? Control thrusters, inertial dampeners, that's all correct. Collision avoidance we want to keep off because we're going to get close to things and maybe bump into them a bit here and there. Precision mode on. That's probably why it was so jerky. So that is all set up. I'm going to go into my... if I can hit the right button. Right, there we go. So that's working. So we're going to put the welder on number 1. Toggle on and off. What else? I think that's all really that we would need. We have... yeah, I think we have everything else. So really that's just going to have to... oh, I'll tell you what else we'll do actually. Let's go back into that, take control again, and we're going to put the battery. Now, which... that one? Oh, this is the pain in the butt part of this, is that which one is the correct battery? What's this one called? This one is called battery 1, yeah, okay. So, back in, control... G, and I've totally forgot. I just looked at it like 3 seconds ago. Recharge. So we'll hit number 4. Now it's recharging, and if we go and look at the back, it should be yellow. Yay, I did it right. So, that's that all set up. Hopefully. I'm gonna build another one, and all I'm gonna do with the other one is switch the welder and the connector to be in opposite places, and obviously have the maybe a second camera pointing down the way so I can switch between the two cameras. And that one is just gonna dock probably just into the side here, and that will be our... so with that one will be literally just whoa, come here, and it'll be, you know, just run along like that, and that will hopefully work fantastic. So that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed. Welcome to all the new people who've subscribed. If you have any ideas or suggestions or stuff, feel free to put in the comments section, and like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, and I'll see you in the next episode.